Yo, people! I hope you're doing well. I'm back today for a new video on Forza Horizon 4, a video that will be dedicated to Ferrari 59920. Evolution, one of the new cars from update number 8, which will be unlocked for free from April 18th, 2019 4:30 p.m. until the change of season on April 25th, 2019 4:29 p.m. So, it will be unlockable for free by reaching 50% on the festival selection trials. So, this video is really going to be dedicated to acceleration and top speed. A rumor suggests this car could reach an incredible speed of 310.689 miles/h in the game. So, indeed, in reality, it's a car that is already very fast, so a car that is already equipped with a 5-engine, 12 6-liters of 740 horsepower, while the car is relatively light, around 1,300 kilograms. And in the game, its base performances are already very good. We have 0 to 100 in 2.8 and 385 kilometers per hour at top speed, but we are far from 500. So, I propose to test it exclusively today. We will say in a straight line, really, to see what's under the hood, in terms of max speed, acceleration, to see if the rumor is true or not. And then, of course, I will test it. One of these days, I think on Top Gear and Kinox, I will make a video about it. This car is not only very fast in a straight line, in my opinion, but it is also a very good cornering car. I believe it can set a great lap time on Top Gear's test track with Enox. Probably it will be in the top 10 cars of the game, maybe original or upgraded. We'll see, but I'll make another video on my channel in the coming days. That's it, we're original. We're going to see a little bit already how it goes, in terms of acceleration and VMAX with this base car. So, listen, let's go. Indeed, it accelerates very, very well, as you can imagine. We're already at 250 kilometers per hour. We go up to 300 without too much trouble, so it's a good acceleration for now. But nothing extremely incredible. We've already seen much better in the game as well. However, it's true. Even if we're going to say that today, we're going to talk a lot only about acceleration and max speed. We must still admit that it seems to have a monstrous road holding, and it seems to have an incredible speed support. Because there, it turns like a normal car at 80 kilometers, so it really has a superb support, is really, indeed, I think, very good road holding. But once again, I will check that on the Top Direct Knox, on a video that will probably arrive Saturday or Sunday. So, there. We're going to go all the way, but I think we won't exceed the 240 miles per hour that we had hoped for. We've reached 380, peaking slightly. It's very fast right from the start, but there is still a 70 miles/h difference with the 5.5, which is not bad. But we're far from the We'll go to the garage and proceed with the improvement to achieve the promised speed values for this vehicle. To know that there is a swap available for cars, the swap engine of the Ferrari FXX case, it seems to me, but that this engine on the FXCA is not necessarily incredible. The car reaches 400 km/h, but hardly there. Well, we're going to see a little bit what it can give. I find it hard to believe the swap is more interesting than the base engine. We are going to improve the base engine already. And there, already, we moved to 856 kilowatts, so it's even more crazy. And in addition, there are obviously things to improve. Interesting in terms of cars, we get 1,056 kilowatts. So I'm gonna see what that does in horsepower, and I'll tell you that in a set. As for some actresses, here are 1,435 horses. Precisely. Having a car that weighs 1,420 kg and will even go up to 1,094 kg. Ah yes, on the other hand, it's quite unexpected to have a weight reduction on this car, knowing that it was already light to begin with. And above all, to lose 300 kilograms, that's quite crazy actually, but okay, why not? So, we will install the big tires and try to see how it goes. These are lighter, people, but I don't think they're very, 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 very light. And then after there's no aesthetic kit, so it's not even worth considering. The car is fully upgraded. The 1,400 horsepower for 1,050 kilograms. And we have 3 in lateral. Okay, very good, so I've never seen a car this high on this game in lateral. This one seems completely cracked to me, though there may be others. So, the reports? Indeed, there's the 510 that pops up there on the settings thing. But, well, it doesn't seem to necessarily be true, because there, indeed, it marked 500 shock, 438. For now, we're going to see a little bit to optimize this. Then, I'm thinking that we're not making a setting a route, we finally a speed setting. So indeed, it's worth maximizing the basic test of tire pressure. Hop! 475, huh? I admit that this seems to be nonsense. 475. Wow, okay. It's quite remarkable to have so many options available through the settings. 475.8, but we are far from 500. Well, we are always far from 500. So after, there must be other little parameters to adjust. We'll test like this, then test with the swap after. And if I can't reach the 500 for the moment, what I will do is that I will make a cut, and that I will really make a slightly more in-depth adjustment. But already we're going to see like this, what it gives, and I think already it's going to be quite monstrous. 295 miles orch in the game, that's rare to see. There, I find it quite crazy. Normally, the game's physics limits you a bit to 440-450. Even with cars that are already really basic, capable of reaching, you never have them. I tell myself that here, we're going to see what it gives, but I have a hard time believing it. I already have 14 weekends. Why? Ouch, ouch, ouch. Scandalously violent acceleration. But it's faster than a Porsche. A little, actually. Yes, 450. At 465, but not 500. So, I actually had enough. Completely fast, but not 500, so I actually had enough. Completely fast. This is nonsense. The worst part is that she keeps a roughly correct road holding, but it's still not 500. We'll see if we take the turn. Nonsense. This car, there's the game physics. I don't even know how she can stand this. But then, on 475, but we still don't have 500? We'll test it in the evening with a less powerful V12 swap. Maybe it'll be a max wonder, but I doubt it. I think I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of time just adjusting, so I think we're going to have to bring all this back down. Let's review the improvements again. However, I'm struggling to fully believe in the Hybrid 12. I can't believe it because it makes 1100 horses at max, and so it's not huge, but sweet. The 3 Hybrid up max. And around us 858 kilowatts, I believe, 838 per year in 853, so we have 1160 horses. We'll see, maybe, but good game there. I believe it even less. It may need to be switched to 4-wheel drive to reach 400. Maybe there's something like that to test. The 442, phew. Okay, I didn't say anything. It's weird. It's very weird. I don't really understand. It pushed up to 578 kilometers per hour at the end. But I don't get the impression that we're really going to reach that speed. 441 is still a lot. It's a high speed, but it seems weird to me. We'll test it like this. What's funny is that we went from 510 to 578. On the settings diagram, specifically the settings curve, it's like that. However, we lost a VMAX, which is quite strange. However, the 512 Racing might offer an even more thrilling experience. But you also have to look for the setting. We will test it like this. Is it really the 512 of the FXXK that... It doesn't sound like that, the FXXK in the game. A bit weird. I don't know what engine we have in the end. I thought it was the FXXK's engine, but maybe it's good. Or it has a hell of an acceleration too, but not 500. Well, clearly, very big acceleration, that's for sure, but not enough. So, I'm going to make a cut and listen, I'll see you in 30 seconds. Time to take a little look at the settings if we can catch something that indeed makes us catch. 500. Well, so, after spending a little time in the settings menus, it turns out that I managed to find something that had a bit more results than my basic setting from earlier, which wasn't even really a setting, but was more, let's say, a change in gear ratio. I suggest doing a small test. I managed to get 495, but I got hit by a bus. not by a bus but by a truck at the exit of the tunnel. So, I think it's possible to get 500. But in my opinion, you still need some luck with traffic. Let's go. He's gonna act smart, but in my opinion, he's not gonna act smart at the same time, because I think he's now satellite tracked. Hop anyway, we're already at 400 here, but it's like earlier. Acceleration level. Earlier, it really calmed down above 450, and now, it continues to accelerate quite correctly. And indeed, I think we're going to succeed. This is the place where I hit a truck earlier. Indeed. 500, 500, 10 more. Well, I don't think we'll get much more with this setting in reality. Maybe with some aspiration. We can get 513, 514. The worst part is that it keeps a damn grip. Like this car is completely smoked on a sports engine. It's smoked. But then, it's really another level. It's completely messed up. This car, it's drift, and yes, as it turns out, it's false. It's doable. So I had already seen people, notably the Tuber R12, who will manage to get 500 kilometers with the Mosclor. By doing with the aspiration even believes 555 kilometers per hour, but 510 without inspiration, it's nonsense. I think with the aspiration at ease, indeed, the rumor is true. The car can easily reach 310.689 miles per hour with the right setting. So I saw that there were already a lot of players who had shared settings. The thing is, at the time I'm making this video, we're not really supposed to have this car yet, so I prefer not to share my setting too much. For now, I will normally share it from Thursday, 16:30, that's it. As usual, the username will be EquinoxYT and the name Equinox. So, indeed, listen. Rumor validated for this car, I will attest it very soon on Top Gear and Nox. So, I don't think there will be, let's say, the swap, but there will be this engine, because in the end, the 500, we swap it with the base engine of the VX. I redid the test in Top Gear and Nox to assess the car's handling, not just its top speed. So, there you have it. Don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel, if you haven't done so yet. This way, you're sure not to miss this future video of testing this car on the track, really on the clock. Don't hesitate to leave a like on this video, to share it, obviously to comment on it. You can support me for free on Utip via the link in the description and comments. It's free. And it takes us 20 seconds at the most. You can also buy games through my Instagram link, which helps support my YouTube channel by offering games at discounted prices. And finally, for those who wish, you can of course become a support member via the join button, See you soon. Hello everyone, ciao.